Transmitting to you from Old Heart Radio.
Oh dear God. You know, sometimes intros are just for weird sounds. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. This is another episode of Coffee and Contemplation, possibly your least favorite podcast. I can't judge. I'm your host, Old Heart, a.k.a. Jared, a.k.a. your not favorite podcast host. I don't know. Either way, good morning or good day, listeners. I've been racking my brain, trying to wake up my mind, ripen up my coconut, and, do all those things that a good person does with their life, I guess. Anyway, so I've just been kind of like trying to, look at and research a little more mystery. I came across that. I've heard of it before, but I never really wanted to like actually research it. The Kryptos sculpture, which is, yes, I don't know if we're applauding. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, so let's be real here, folks. The Kryptos sculpture is a sculpture plopped onto the CIA headquarters in Langley, Virginia. It's a sculpture by a dude named Jim Sanborn. A man named Jim Sanborn made the sculpture for about $250,000 back in 1988. It has 4 cryptic texts that are needing to be deciphered, 3 of which have already been deciphered. The 4th one has yet to be deciphered, yet Jim Sanborn keeps giving people fucking clues like it's something he wants to have done before he dies. And I don't know if I don't think that's the point. Jimmy, my old man, who I can say that because he was born in 1945. Just let the mystery be, dude. So anyway, Kryptos is the name of a sculpture by Jim Sanborn. Like I said, it was dedicated in November 3rd, 1990. The encrypted messages, like I said, there have been 3 of them have been deciphered. And it's not the only piece of art that Jim Sanborn had put on the CIA headquarters, a couple of which also have like these interesting Morse code messages placed on these copper layers that are smashed between large granite slabs, which is kind of interesting. But really, I mean, whatever. I'm cool that the CIA has nice artwork on ground, I guess. Why the fuck? Why? It doesn't matter. So Kryptos comes from the ancient Greek word for hidden, and the theme of the sculpture is intelligence gathering. So the artist Jim Sanborn wanted to fuck with everybody. That's basically it. I would read you the actual text on there, but it's just a bunch of gibberish. Let's try one line. EMUFPHZLRFAXYUSDJKZLDKRNSHGNFIVJ. So if you can tell me what that means, that'd be great. I'd appreciate it, folks. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because 3 of them have been solved. So 3 of them will continue to be known. The 4th one, I guarantee you, he will just give up before he dies. Like on his deathbed, on Jim Sanborn's deathbed, I bet he will just say it. He'll just be like, nobody gets the laugh. I get the last laugh, motherfucker. Oh my God. I've had so much coffee this morning, folks. So much coffee. All because I'm just recording podcasts. Do you understand what that does to me later in the day? I get zoomed up. Zoom. I'm losing my fucking mind over here. The first person to announce publicly that they had solved the first 3 passages was a dude named Jim Gilagogly, don't quote me on that, who was a computer scientist in Southern California. He deciphered the first 3 passages using a computer and revealed his solutions in 1999, right before the machines took over in Y2K. Jim's announcement led to the CIA revealing that their analyst, David Stein, had solved the same passages in 1998 using pencil and paper techniques. And although at the time of his solutions, the information was only disseminated within the intelligence community, he still beat the motherfucker to the punch. So this that's my favorite thing about that, like the whole like reveal. So this guy finally reveals that he's like deciphered him, and the CIA is just like immediately steals his thunder. Like, nope. We had a guy that did it last year with pencil and paper. Fuck you, Jim. Just a dick move, dude. Just let the guy have it. The CIA just has to be the fucking, like, they have to be the smartest. It's intelligence. Shit. Shout-outs to Yella T. Shout-outs to Uncaged, Castle Roll. Shout-outs to Evil L. Shout-outs to Mooner 6. Shout-outs to my younger brother, Bugatron. Shout-outs to anybody listening on the west side of the state or even on the east side of the state. Shout-outs to all my Washington listeners this episode. All y'all's awesome. I hope anybody listening does enjoy. Let's be real. I don't know if anybody is listening, though, so, like, kudos to you if you found this random-ass podcast to sort of like. Either way, back to Kryptos. So, like I've been saying, the first 3 passages have been deciphered. So, the first 3 passages are kind of out there, butt naked in the open. Like, everybody knows them. But it's the 4th one that people keep fucking, like, wondering what it is. So, just kind of like when Sanborn was working on this, he worked with a CIA agent, a retiring CIA employee named Ed Scheidt. I'm just going to stick with Scheidt, right? No, it's probably not right. It's disrespectful. Either way, Ed. He was the chairman of the CIA Office of Communications to come up with the cryptographic systems used on the sculpture. So Sanborn and Ed... they decided to, like, tag team this. Sanborn has revealed that the sculpture contains a riddle within a riddle, and it's only solvable when all 4 encrypted passages have been deciphered. There have been a lot of people that have kind of kept working on this throughout the fucking existence of this damn thing. Let's see. The WW refers to William Webster, who was at the time the CIA director when this project was being worked on. And the more I dig into this is the thing that bothers me about the Kryptos sculpture and why, like, people freak out about its mystery, right? It's just a mystery it's a mystery to the extent, like, it's a fucking another human being who's come up with this text that he's made up, and hidden something in. Like, it doesn't strike me as mysterious as it should be, I guess. Like, I could put a message in fucking Wingdings and tell you, like, what do you see? Well, I guess you could, like, literally translate Wingdings in it, but does it make sense? It's like, it's not as mysterious to me because, like, 1, the fucking dude Sanborn keeps giving clues, and 2, like, it's a dude that's still alive, and 3, it's just another human being. It's just another fucking man. All right, people are not that mysterious to me. Maybe I'm just an asshole. Either way, so I just want to, like, let's touch on these though. So, okay. The solution to passage 1. And these are all kind of based off this thing called the Visionaire cipher. The solution to passage 1 reads, between subtle shading and the absence of light lies the nuance of equilusion, which is spelled wrong, Iqlusion. Between the subtle shading and the absence of light lies the nuance of inclusion. The solution to passage 2 reads, it was totally invisible. How's that possible? They used the Earth's magnetic field. The information was gathered and transmitted underground to an unknown location. Does Langley know about this? They should. It's buried out there somewhere. Who knows the exact location? Only WW, William Webster. This was his last message. 38 degrees, 57 minutes, 6.5 seconds north, 77 degrees, 8 minutes, 44 seconds west, layer 2. Which is actually a place about 159 feet southeast from this sculpture. So the solution to passage 3 is actually a paraphrase quotation from Howard Carter's account of opening the tomb of Tutankhamun in 1922. It reads, slowly, desperately slowly, the remains of passage debris that encumbered the lower part of the doorway was removed. With trembling hands, I made a tiny breach in the upper left-hand corner, and then widening the hole a little, I inserted the candle and peered into the hot air escaping from the chamber, caused the flame to flicker, but presently details of the room within emerged from the mist. Can you see anything, Q? Which is actually, the question is actually like, so the question is asked by Lord Carnarvon, to which Carter famously replies in the book, wonderful things. Can you see anything? Wonderful things. I will say this, not that like Jim Sanborn, to his credit, is not a mysterious person, obviously. That is a kind of weird cryptic thing. Like, what do you see inside? Wonderful things. I don't know, man. But the fourth text, obviously, still to this day, in 2019, remains unsolved. Unless the CIA, I bet the CIA is just camping on it. They're waiting for somebody to publicly announce that they've solved it, and then they're just going to shit on their parade too. All in all, though, I'm going to say this about the Kryptos sculpture. It doesn't strike me as that crazy of a mystery. I appreciate, people trying riddles within riddles and all that shit. Jim Sanborn, you created some weird art. But it's just a man-made riddle. It's not something out there crazy in the universe, It's not a riddle of nature. It's not a riddle of time. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I've just had too much coffee today. Hopefully, all of this coffee and contemplation, yes, that's the name of this podcast, has helped you decide either 1, to not listen to this podcast anymore, or 2, to go out there and use your brain for good. Why? Because every day is a good day to ripen up those coconuts. And dear listeners, oh dear sweet listeners, if you're out there in the ether, keep a stick on the ice.